Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, welcome to yet another episode of the Wisdom Save podcast. As always, I'm Ken.
I'm Hannah.
And, oh, it was very quiet. It's very quiet. Well, we are
It
recording kind of late at night, so it's pretty fair.
was a busy day.
It was a very busy day. But for today's little fun topic that we have for you, we had mentioned last week that we had one more episode coming up that was going to kind of be our fun little send off for the Pokemon 25th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
We've had Pokemon on the brain forever. I've been really pumped up because I just started the first step in my long reign of I'm gonna replay through every single generation of Pokemon games while I wait for the new Diamond and Pearl remakes to come out, and then Legends after that. So I just started a Nuzlocke, and I'm all hyped up about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and Hannah decided that this week we'd do something that I don't know. It has the potential to be really fun. It has the potential to be
mildly infuriating.
Yeah, maybe nothing will happen. It's kind of a weird one. We've talked about it on the podcast before. We've mentioned it at least once that I can remember.
We've also talked about this in real life before. We just talked about Pokemon.
Many times, yeah. But basically, growing up, when people there's at this point there's over 900 Pokemon. All of them have.
When you grow up with Pokemon games,
yes,
a lot of the time, especially if you're not an avid anime watcher, you only read Pokemon names.
True.
And something I've realized as I've grown up is we don't all say all of them the same way.
Yes.
Like me and Brandon do because we grew up together.
Right, you and your brother, exactly.
But as I've started talking to my friends like you and Rebecca and other people that I come across, talked about Pokemon, sometimes they'll say a Pokemon's name, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Or just downright will know what they're talking about and go, no.
Yeah, right. That is not how that is said at all.
But long story short, there's a difference between some ways that people pronounce names, especially if they've only ever read them before.
Right.
So the idea behind today's thing, especially because me and Ken in particular will talk about Pokemon, and then we'll correct each other on names that are said.
Right.
We're gonna go down a list that we've collected, and we're gonna just so it's not a million years old because, like you just said, there's a million Pokemon. There's a bunch of generations now. We're gonna say a bunch of Pokemon names very fast. Not really fast, but we're gonna say them faster than talking about every single one and both of us saying them and taking it real slow.
Unless you all want a 10-hour podcast, we could just sit here and say the names of the Pokemon over and over again. But yeah, that was kind of not our
idea.
Intention. Yeah, we basically our plan of action for this is most of this is blind because this is something that me and Hannah have talked about doing, seeing which names we say differently. But it's something we haven't actually sat down and gone through. There are a couple of Pokemon that we kind of know. It's like, oh, you say that differently than I say that.
Well, we've come into contact with some of them that we say differently, but I don't remember any of them.
Me neither. I'm having trouble remembering specific. I think there might be. I don't want to say it because I want us to get there. But there's one that I'm pretty sure we say that one differently.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know how many total there are, and I'm also really curious to see if between you and I, do we say Pokemon that maybe people who are listening are wait a minute, what the hell are they talking about? Yeah.
So we're gonna go down the list, and starting with either you or me. I didn't remember if we decided who was gonna go first.
We can figure it out.
We're gonna say Pokemon names until the other knows that they say the other one wrong or wrong differently.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss why we say them the way we say them. And if we come to any revelations on why we think it's correct or incorrect. And then the other person that has identified the Pokemon will then take over saying names and back and forth until we get to at least a few. We're going to probably do at least a generation or two.
I mean, if it's possible, I mean, we'll have to check the time, but I'd like to try to get through all of them.
Which
I know
would be
that's
funny.
kind of a lofty goal, but I mean, like, depending on how many we actually say differently, we may be able to do it if we can just power through them real quick.
But we're also going to, because there's so many Pokemon, we're not going to put the pictures up on the screen.
Yes, it is kind of impractical, just mostly based entirely on like the amount of free time that I have as the person who edits the videos, and the like the relative simplicity of our editing software. It's not really practical to put like 893 different images while we say words quickly and match them up time wise. So instead, there is a link to a website. It's Pokemon.com's official Pokedex.
Mm-hmm.
It is a drop-down menu list. You will be able to scroll up to a certain point, and then you can click a button that says "Load more Pokemon," and it will load more Pokemon.
And we'll just continue to load more Pokemon as you reach the end.
Yeah, and what we would strongly encourage is that if you check the description of this video, we will have a link that will directly link to the Pokedex that we are currently reading off of. Especially if you're not familiar with some of the Pokemon, if you don't have a weirdly encyclopedic knowledge of every single one like I do, and Hannah probably does by now.
At least some.
Yeah, if you don't have an encyclopedic knowledge and you just kind of want to follow along and see what the heck we're talking about, we will have a picture and the name, or at least how it is spelled, of every single Pokemon that we're going through. So if you want to follow along with us and see how you pronounce the things as we go through, feel free to follow along, use that link, and that's what we're going to be going off of. So we're going to do it in its exact order. We're not skipping anything. We're not doing anything weird, so that all of our listeners can follow along at home.
You want me to start, or do you want to start?
You can start. You can start. And then the game plan is I don't remember if you just mentioned this.
Mm-hmm.
The game plan is that once we find one that we say differently, we'll then switch who's reading them. So it's kind of like popcorn reading in high school, or middle school, or whatever the fuck we did.
Whenever you started popcorn reading.
Yeah, I don't remember when that was.
Okay, so
let's
get started with it.
We're starting off with the Kanto Pokedex, right at good old number 1.
Okay, so Bulbasaur.
Oh, really? I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. It's absolutely Bulbasaur.
Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, Pidgeotto.
Good so far.
I was gonna say it's the first generation. I don't think too many of these are gonna be different.
Maybe go like a little bit.
A little slower?
Slower, yeah. Because I feel like
scroll.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I'm like having trouble keeping up scrolling. So
okay.
I'm like, I don't want to like.
Okay.
People who are like, oh my god, wait a minute, which one is this?
Okay, we're on Pidgeotto. That should have given you enough time to catch up.
We left it off on number 17, Pidgeotto.
Pidgeot. Ratatta.
See, I always say Ratatta.
Ratatta.
Yeah. Because so I can explain why I say it.
Ratatta.
Well, right, but that's the thing is that when I first started playing Pokemon Red came to the United States, I think in 1997, and I want to say early 1998.
Okay.
Was when I got a. Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah, early 1998. No, you know what? Christmas 1997 was when I got a Game Boy.
Okay.
And at that point, I got a Game Boy. I got Pokemon Red. Played it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I was 4. Yeah, I was 4. So reading, I was pretty good at it. I was kind of above my reading level at that age for a 4-year-old, but still, there were bound to be some mistakes. And I could have sworn, just based on the fact there were so many T's already in the name, that the Pokemon was called Ratatat. I swear that it was called
I think that's how I used to say when I was younger until they pointed out that there wasn't a T at the end. So it wasn't Ratatat. So I went, okay, it's Rattata.
Yeah, and that makes sense because if you put a separation between the first word, like the word rat is obviously in it. So it's like Rattata.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. But I always say it as Ratatat because I just shortened it from how I used to say Ratatat.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and that just kind of stuck for me. I think technically your pronunciation is correct and mine isn't, but I just always called it Ratatat.
Because there's no it's
No, you're absolutely right. That makes perfect sense to me. It's just I don't like every once in a while, maybe like, oh yeah, Ratatta, but like I'm probably not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Like I don't see it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think I've noticed that one before, where you call it something different, and then I get confused.
Well, probably in my because I literally just caught one in my Nuzlocke like a couple days ago. Of course, I nicknamed it, but still, like that one I kind of know that I say wrong, but yeah, it's because I could have sworn its name was Ratatat. I swear that's what it was, but I guess not.
Okay, so now Ken's gonna take over.
All right, so picking up from where we left off, Raticate, Spearow, Fearow, Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about? It's Pikachu.
Oh god.
Oh, garbage. Anyway, Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran, but the boy one.
Well, that's the thing, is that one's kind of like not just the boy one, but I don't call it Nidoran. I call it Nidoran.
I hear that one a lot too. I think my brother says Nidoran, which is weird because like I don't know why he would say anything different than me, but
I mean, yeah, like that's the thing, is like almost didn't want to call you out on it because it's so small a change.
This is an example of hold on, I'm listening to
it's just Percy eating a straw. Continue.
Cat eat a straw. It's interesting to me because this is an example of you watched the Pokemon anime as a kid, right? Did you watch a lot of it?
Yeah, the first generation one. Yeah,
okay.
I watched like almost all of it.
Because I don't necessarily think that the Nidoran line showed up that much in the earlier seasons, but it popped in from here and there. And I have a very distinct memory of watching the Pokemon anime and having a trainer call out their Nidoran, and it then, like, because they say their cries, obviously, in the show, it literally repeated, like, Nido, as opposed to Nido.
And I think I remember that happening.
Yeah.
But also, like...
So I was like, oh, that's how you say it.
I'd already started playing the games.
Right.
And called it a Nidoran.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not fucking changing it.
So do you also call it, like, it's Nidorino, Nidoqueen?
Yeah.
See, I say Nidorino, Nidoqueen, or Nidoking.
Nido.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Nido. I don't know. I feel like they're both right. I feel like...
Even if yours is right, I feel like mine makes more sense.
Well, yeah, that also made sense. Because why would you say something that doesn't make sense? Well, then again, I kind of know that it's not Ratatat. But I say it that way anyway. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, alright.
Well, that's not like a heavy factor anyway, because even if it makes more sense, and I say it differently, I'm like, well, I'm going to keep saying it the way I say it, because, like, I'm not going to fucking work on changing how I say a Pokemon's name.
Right. Yeah, at this point, it's like, it's already...
Unless I'm, like, flat out wrong.
Sure.
Like, if I'm, like, way off base.
Sure. And maybe we'll find some that it's just like, oh, shit.
Then I'll change it, but
I am curious, yeah. So we ended after Nidoking, since we pretty much covered that's what that all is.
Okay. Clefairy.
Yep.
Clefable. Vulpix. Ninetales. Jigglypuff.
Yep.
Wigglytuff. Zubat. Golbat. Oddish. Gloom. Vileplume.
Yeah.
Paris. Parasect. Venonat. Venomoth. Diglett. Dugtrio. Meowth. Persian. Psyduck. Golduck. Mankey. Primeape.
Yep.
Growlithe. Arcanine. Poliwag. Poliwhirl. Poliwrath.
So, brief aside.
Okay.
Just because, like, when I find weird pronunciations I've heard, I want to pause it.
Okay.
Every way that you just said that water-type Pokemon, totally 100% correct as far as I'm concerned. Growing up, I knew a kid who insisted it was Poliwag.
I hate that.
Insisted. I was just like, it can't be. It's like a pop... Because, like we were literally reading a book about, like... No, maybe it was like a maybe it was like a kids show. There was something in elementary school, but there was like a pollywog in it.
Oh, is
I
it
don't
like
know.
Gullah Gullah Island?
Shit, that was totally it. Yeah, we were watching Gullah Gullah Island as kids, and there was a thing that was called a pollywog or whatever. I'm like, oh, that must be where pollywag is from. It's gotta be it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, it's gotta be pollywag, and I stuck with that. And in the TV show, I think by that point we were on Rural Islands, so Misty had a polywhirl. And I was like, yeah, it's Polywhirl. Like everyone calls it Polywhirl. And this one kid was just like, no, it's Polywag, Polywhirl. And I'm like, why? And he's just like, that's how it's spelled. And I'm like,
no, it's not.
I'm like, yeah, okay, mister, I get C's on all my spelling tests and I get A's on all my spelling tests. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, we used to get into like straight up like arguments, like philosophical debates. He's just like, it's Polywhirl. And I'm like, you know what? Now that I think back on it, he may have just been trolling me.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I just like every time I see that Pokemon, I think of that, and I'm just like, why? How the fuck? How could you be so wrong?
There's a few. There's other stories I have like that too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see them when we get to them. But
okay,
so anyway,
here I'm gonna rock your shit.
Picking up with you.
Abra.
Yep.
Kadabra. Alakazam.
Ooh, big surprise there.
Machop. Machoke. Machamp.
See, I say Machop, Machoke, Machamp, not Ma.
Machop?
Yeah, I say Machop. I
like you
emphasize
the A.
Yeah. I don't really know why I do that. It's not that much of a difference either. Like it's Machop versus Machop, but I always say Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Because it's macho.
Yeah.
It's not macho. It's macho. So you say Machop, Machoke. It's Machoke. Because it's macho. Get it?
I get it. But it seems very insignificant.
I mean, yeah, it's a really tiny thing, but it's still different. I don't know. That just makes sense to me. Like it's based off macho, so it's got to be ma. Like that's.
If it wanted to be ma, it would have an H. It'd be MAH. Ma.
No, because the word macho is pronounced macho, and it doesn't have an H in it.
But macho isn't in its actual name.
Literally, MACHO in macho is how you spell the word macho.
Match.
MAC. If you take the KE off of the end of Machoke's name, it's literally the word macho.
Machoke.
It's Machamp has matcha at the end of it, but Machop, you take the
matcha.
Yeah, so then is it Machop, Machoke, Machamp? No, because it's not matcha, it's matcha.
But it says matcha.
Doesn't matcha have a T in it? MATCHA?
I don't think so.
I think it does.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it does.
You're talking to a dyslexic.
It's
and a phonetic speller.
That's fair. It's. I think it's macho. I'm like it's a subtle difference.
I'm sure you're right,
but
I'm not changing the way I say it.
No, you don't have to. It's fine. It's such a small thing. But okay, so I guess we switched back to me then. All right, sweet.
Go ahead.
Picking up with number 69. Nice. Oh God, number 69 is the one with the DSL. Anyway.
Oh my God.
We love you, Bellsprout. Bellsprout. Weepin' Bell?
Mm-hmm.
Victory Bell.
Weepin' Bell. Yep. Keep going.
Yep. Victory Bell? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Tentacool.
Mm-hmm.
Tentacruel.
Mm-hmm.
Geodude.
Yep.
Graveler. Golem. Ponyta. Rapidash. Slowpoke.
Mm-hmm.
Slowbro. Magnemite. Magneton. Farfetch'd. Doduo. Dodrio.
Mm-hmm.
Seal. I really hoped we had that one in common.
That?
Ha You thought. Dugong.
Mm-hmm.
Grimer.
Yep.
Muck.
Mm-hmm.
Shelder.
Yep.
Cloyster.
Uh-huh.
Ghastly.
Yep.
Haunter. Gengar. Onyx. Drowsy. Hypno. Krabby. Kingler. Voltorb. Electrode. execute. I
Yep.
almost fucked that one up.
I was about to be like, whoa, what are you doing?
Execute. No, you've heard me say execute before. Executor.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who are very specific about it, like, no, it's executor.
Ew.
Like executor?
No, it's executor.
It's executor, yeah. I say executor. I pronounce the G's like SC. Oh. Which is weird.
But executor.
Yeah, executor makes sense. For some reason, whenever I try to say it, knowing that it is in fact executor, I say executor.
Oh, I say executor.
I don't know why I say that. It's just and the thing is, if I'm saying it fast, is when I do it. If I'm looking at the Pokemon, I'm like, oh, it's an executor. I'll catch myself if I can say it slow. But if I'm just reading through them really quick, I'll say executor.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know why. It's just how I always said it.
Fair enough.
I'm continuing going, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Cubone.
Mm-hmm.
Marowak.
Yep.
Hitmonlee.
Mm-hmm.
Hitmonchan. Hi, Percy.
That's not a Pokemon, Percy.
Yeah, he's just staring at the door. Lickitung.
Yep.
Coughing.
Uh-huh.
Wheezing.
Yep.
Rhyhorn.
Yep.
Rhydon.
Uh-huh.
Chansey. Tangela. Kangaskhan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one sometimes. Horsey.
Uh-huh.
Seadra.
Continue.
Goldeen.
Uh-huh.
Seaking.
Yep.
Long stretch. Staryu.
Mm-hmm.
Starmie.
Starmie?
Yeah, Starmie. Yeah, I emphasized it. Yes. Mr. Mime.
Mm-hmm.
Scyther.
Yep.
Jinx.
Mm-hmm.
Electabuzz. Magmar. Pinsir.
Mm-hmm.
Tauros. Magikarp.
Mm-hmm.
Gyarados. Lapras. Ditto. Eevee.
Uh-huh.
Vaporeon.
Mm-hmm.
Jolteon.
I was like, that's a weird way to say Jolteon.
I almost was about to. I thought it was Flareon next for the reason. I'm thinking ahead, because I know the Pokedex, at least for the first generation, right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Flareon is next. Porygon. Ammonite. Amistar.
It's kind of the same, but it's Ammonite and Amistar. Or Omastar?
Do you say Omastar?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who say Omastar.
I do say Omastar. It's Ammonite and Omastar.
I know, yeah, most people I know say Ammonite and Omastar. I say Ammonite, Ammonite and Omastar. Because then it keeps it the same. Some people do Omanite and Omastar. I don't like Omanite.
I do Ammonite and Omastar.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the way the letters are connected, but I do the same. So you do the same thing, they change. One is one. Mine are the same. I think I do Ammonite and Amistar. But sometimes, because I've noticed you doing it, especially when you've been catching a lot of them in Pokemon Go, I will do Omastar because I hear you saying Omastar. Right. I think in general, most people do Omastar, at least from my experience.
I haven't heard too many people talk about Omastars.
Yeah, fair enough. That was technically a difference, so I think it's your turn to read.
Kabuto?
Really? I say Kabuto.
Kabuto?
Yeah.
Kabuto.
I say Kabuto because it's the Japanese word for helmet.
Well.
But, I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I think that's just an English way of saying it. And it is not the Japanese name of the Pokemon. Well, maybe Kabuto is the Japanese name of the Pokemon.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm not sure. We'd have to look it up, but I'm not going to find it here.
But it's Kabuto and Kabutops.
Kabuto and Kabutops. See, I say Kabuto and Kabutops.
Yeah.
They're the same. We can stick with you since it was just one. Yeah.
Okay.
You say Kabuto and Kabuto. So you switch it too, just like with Ammonite and Omastar.
Yeah.
You switch it. Okay.
It's a special thing for the legend or the fossil Pokemon. For
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, you're consistent across both fossil Pokemon, so it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Aerodactyl.
Yep.
Snorlax. Mm-hmm. Articuno.
Mm-hmm.
Zapdos.
Yep.
Moltres. Dratini.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonair. Dragonite.
Yep.
Mewtwo. Mew.
Okay, before we go on to the next generation, I did want to make a brief aside about Zapdos. Another weird one.
Okay.
Same kid with the Poliwag
Fuck that
situation.
kid.
Yeah, that kid had no fucking idea what he was talking about. Same kid, convinced it was Zapdos.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, there's not a second A in there. It's not ZAPA. And he's like, no, it's... Now, here's the thing.
Zapdos.
Here's the thing about that kid.
Hmm.
He was Spanish.
Yeah.
His family was, like, from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
And to my knowledge, now my Spanish is rusty, but zapatos means shoes.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, they got uno, dos, tres, and they're all Spanish words.
Uh-huh.
So it has to be zapatos, because it's supposed to be dos, too, and it's like a play on, like zapato, like your shoe. And it's like, no, it's not. It's just uno, dos, tres. Like
I'm sorry. Does this bird look like a fucking shoe?
This bird is not a shoe. This bird is like a ball of spikes and shit. Yeah. It's like a bunch of vertical thunderbolts or horizontal thunderbolts. But yeah, but he was convinced. He was like, no, it's got to be, it's Zapdos. And I'm like, you should probably read.
I'm gonna put my fucking foot in your mouth.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to that kid. He's in some other corner of the universe now, but he was really bad at saying Pokemon names.
Well, regardless, this is probably where it might get spicier because these are like less practiced names.
These ones are, once we hit Generation 2, this is where like I would say the vast majority of people who have ever had any interaction with Pokemon, they played Gen 1. That was it was in its peak when we were kids. As the generations go on, more and more people fall off of it, and that's where things start to get a little funky.
Okay.
So picking up with you?
Chikorita. Mm-hmm. Bayleaf. Meganium.
Yep.
Cyndaquil. Quilava. Typhlosion.
Yep.
Totodile.
Mm-hmm.
Croconaw.
Mm-hmm.
Feraligatr.
Yep.
Sentret. Furret. Hoot Hoot.
Hoot Hoot.
Noctowl. Ladybug.
See, I say Ladybug.
It's Ladybug.
I mean, yes. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. It is absolutely...
I do say Ladybug and Ledian, though.
Do you, Ladybug and Ledian? See, I say Ladybug and Ledian. I keep the... one of the things with me is, for the most part, I keep things consistent. So if I pronounce one... If one of them looks like, oh, you definitely pronounce it like this, the other one, I'll typically be like, no, you gotta do it a little weird, because it's gotta stay the same. Like Ledian is clearly Ledian to me. So because of that, even though it could be Ladybug, to me it's Ladybug. Because Ledian and Ladybug have to be the same. Like, it's the same root. Although it's not, though, because it's Ledy and Ledi, so maybe, yeah, you're probably right.
Regardless, I don't think it's called Ladybug. It might be Ladybug. But regardless, I call it Ladybug because it's a ladybug.
No, yours seems like...
And then Ledian is still a ladybug, but it kind of looks like a person, so it's like, it's Ladybug and Ledian.
Yeah, I mean, that makes logical sense to me.
Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
Right, yeah, my turn. All right, let's go. Spinarak.
Mm-hmm.
Ariados?
Yep.
You say Ariados, too, okay. I knew someone, different person, growing up, actually in high school, who used to say Ariados.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of spelt like the song in Aria.
Yeah.
But it's I say Ariados.
I also say Ariados.
I don't really know what the root is for that Pokemon's name, but anyway. Crobat.
Mm-hmm.
Chinchou.
Yep.
Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Pichu.
Yep.
Cleffa. Igglybuff. Togepi. Togetic.
Togetic.
You say Togetic?
Yep.
Togetic?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why. It's Togepi and Togetic.
It's...
I can clearly see that it says Togetic, but I go Togepi and Togetic.
I don't know if I've ever noticed you doing that.
Yeah, I
you
say it.
Togetic?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, no. Clearly, you just do. But, like...
I think it's because of the way I say Togepi. It's Togepi and Togetic.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, that makes sense. I just...
It's the first time I've done it, made them linear, but...
Yeah. I've literally, I've heard you say that Pokemon's name a few times.
Yeah.
And I've never heard the subtle difference in that. Togetic. I thought you were just like, whenever you said that name, I thought you were just like catching air or something when you talk. Like you just,
No.
like, say Togetic.
I say Togetic.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's the first one that you've done that like genuinely baffles me.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why I knew it either, because I'm like, you're like, it's clearly spelled. I'm like, I can see that it's clearly spelled.
Yeah.
But I say
Huh.
Togetic.
That's really interesting. All right, well, I guess it's your turn.
I want to see if Brandon says it the same way.
Oh, we'll have to ask him.
Okay. Well, anyway.
We'll show him the Pokemon afterwards. But how do you say his Pokemon's name?
Yeah, I'll ask him how he says Togetic.
Don't show him the name.
Show him the picture.
Show him the picture.
And say, how do you say this Pokemon?
How do you say this Pokemon? Yeah. I'm so curious.
Anyway, Natu.
Natu?
Yeah, Natu. Let me do the next one too. It's Natu and Exatu.
You say Exatu?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Natu and Exatu. Natu, Exatu.
No, the X in that particular combination of words, the X makes a Z sound. It's Natu and Zatu.
Yeah, I don't say that.
You say Natu and Exatu?
Yeah.
I mean, at least you keep the Atu part the same. No, that makes sense. That's a reasonable way to say that. It's definitely Zatu, though. It's Natu and Zatu.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I'm really not going to change how I say it.
Natu and Exatu. Wow. Okay, yeah, Johto's got some absolute hitters for us. Jesus. Exatu. So many words, so many syllables.
Yeah, Natu and Exatu.
For 4 letters.
Yeah.
Exatu.
Yeah.
Zatu.
I gave it a whole different name.
Holy shit, that's pretty crazy. Huh.
You can go now.
Oh, are you sure? Yeah, all right, we'll go back to me.
Oh, yeah, I only did a few, but they were very dramatic.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Okay, so, Mareep.
Mm-hmm.
Flaffy.
Yep.
I gotta load mine now. Ampharos.
Uh-huh.
Bellossom.
Blossom.
Yeah. That's more.
I just don't emphasize it as much.
Yeah, I tend to emphasize it when I'm reading it slow, but if I'm saying it fast, it'll be Blossom. Yeah. Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
Azumarill.
Mm-hmm.
Sudowoodo. You say Sudowoodo?
Yeah, Sudowoodo.
Oh, okay. I say Sudowoodo because it's
Sudowoodo.
Yeah,
but
it's
Sudowoodo.
It might be Pseudo-Woodo.
Oh, I hate that.
Because it's wood.
Yeah, I go Sudowoodo.
Pseudo-Woodo.
Pseudo-Woodo.
It might be Pseudo-Woodo.
Sorry.
But nice. We're obviously keeping that in. Yeah. So I say Pseudo-Woodo.
Yeah.
You say Sudowoodo. I think it's probably Pseudo-Woodo. Because it's literally pseudo wood, but then they just add the O at the end to make it.
Well, they probably would have. I feel like it's actually pronounced the way you pronounce it, Sudowoodo.
Also, no, you're right, because in the anime, Brock has a Sudowoodo on his team, and it pronounces he says Sudowoodo.
Yeah. I just Sudowoodo.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a really funny aside about a friend of mine.
Oh God,
this Pokemon.
Okay.
When he was growing up, he's a year younger than I am. Mm-hmm. My friend Jared, who I don't think I've talked about on the podcast yet. But if you're listening, hi Jared. I'm telling your story because this one fascinates me. His first Pokemon game, to my understanding, was Pokemon Gold. Okay. And at the time, he was very young and he wasn't super good at reading because he was like 4, maybe. And so he would play the Pokemon games, but he would play them with his dad. Right. Because his dad would read stuff to him and help him figure out where to go, and then he would catch all the Pokemon and they'd like name them together and stuff. Right. But what he didn't know was that if there were Pokemon names that were like super hard or obnoxious to pronounce, right, his dad would nickname them something different so that he could read it. Okay. But he didn't tell him. Well, yeah, he's young. Yeah. So there are at least one, maybe a few Pokemon that for years Jared was like, oh, it's called this. But that was just the nickname. Oh. And he didn't know the actual name. We were having a conversation one day, and it didn't happen while it was there. But when they caught the Sudowoodo, you know, after you go to the Goldenrod City like garden shop and you get the watering can and then you can water it and it shakes and then it attacks you. Right. You catch it and his dad caught it for him and then nicknamed it Stillwood.
Oh no, he thought it was called Stillwood.
Yeah, he nicknamed it Stillwood. And then after doing that, he then just went on with his life, just thinking this Pokemon is called Stillwood, and just kept going from there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like maybe, I want to say it was late middle school, early high school, like maybe freshman year, where he was like talking about Pokemon. He's like, oh yeah, like I kind of want to, like I'm going to play through Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'm probably going to add a Stillwood to my team. And I think it might have been his cousin, and they were like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Stillwood, like the Pokemon, like Stillwood. And he went to go type in Stillwood Pokemon to Google to look it up. Couldn't find it.
Well, yeah, because that's not what it's called.
And he's like, what the fuck? And so his buddy's like, do you mean Sudowoodo? And he's like, what the fuck is that? I just had no idea that was what the Pokemon was called. For like the most of the formative years of his childhood. Yeah. So that's a fun little fact about that one. Thanks for the fun story, Jared. Okay, so am I picking up? Is that where we're at? Was it me?
No, because you said Sudowoodo, and I...
Oh, yeah, so we're switching to you. Yes, you're picking up with the next one.
Okay. Politoed.
Mm-hmm.
Hoppip.
Yep.
Skiploom.
Yep.
Jumpluff.
Mm.
Apom. Okay, sorry, I thought you were going to stop me.
Oh, no, I'm just not. I'm just not going to say after
every single time.
One, yeah.
Sunkern. Sunflora. Yanma. Wooper. Quagsire. Espeon. Umbreon. Murkrow. Slowking. Misdreavus.
See, I say Misdreavus.
Mm-hmm. I figured this one might be.
Yeah. Because I feel like you hear me say this one a lot, because so many of them spawn in our yard in Pokemon Go. Like, all the time.
Well, also, I really like Misdreavus. So.
This is a really cool Pokemon. One of those Pokemon that I've always wanted to use on an in-game team, but never have. Maybe I'll get the chance if I play one of these games. I'll get a Misdreavus. But yeah, I always call it Misdreavus because it's like mischievous to me. But then, no. This is we've had this conversation before, like years ago. I swear we have, because I was like, yeah, because it's like mischievous, and you're like mischievous, and I'm like, oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but whatever. Yeah, because I think that what it comes down to is that I tend to say mischievous, and you say mischievous. So you say mischievous, and I say mischievous.
You say mischievous?
Like, I say mischievous. Yeah, I say mischievous or mischievous. Yeah. So I say mischievous. Weird one. Anyway, I guess it's my turn, right?
I'm going to do this next one, and then we're going to go to your turn, just because I have a story about this next one.
Oh, fuck.
It is unknown.
It most certainly is unknown. There is no other way to pronounce that Pokemon.
And I've never heard anyone say it differently,
right?
Except for one person.
One family of people, really?
One part of family.
Yeah, one gaggle of people.
Because my friend Rebecca is engaged to her lovely fiance, Mitch.
Yes.
And
hello, if you're listening.
Yeah, if you're listening, hello. I love you. And I was in Rebecca's car with her father-in-law and her brother-in-law, and an unknown showed up on the screen, and they're like, we have to go back and get that you-known. And I was like, the fuck did you just call that thing? And they're like, it's a you-known. And I'm like, it is not a you-known.
It is absolutely not whatever the fuck you just said.
And I'm pretty sure Rebecca was on my side with that. And she's like, yeah, I don't understand why they call them that, unless she also calls it that. I don't think she does. But she's like, yeah, I don't know why they call them that. And I'm like, I don't fucking know either. It's unknown is what it's called.
Yeah, it's literally supposed to be an unknown Pokemon. It's in the anime, it says
it's got the whole movie, they call it unknown.
Spell of the unknown, where they say unknown and everyone calls it unknown. And yet, I guess if you've never seen the movie, like, I can see how you could make that mistake. But, like, that's just no. You know?
I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway.
Woof.
You can continue.
Okay, yeah, this is fine now. Now that we got that one. Oh, there's some good pronunciation stories out there. Okay. Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet.
Mm-hmm. Giraffarig.
Mm-hmm.
Pineco. Fortress. Dunsparce.
Fortress, I just call Fortress.
You say Fortress?
Yeah.
I say Fortress.
I know there's another E there, but I just call it Fortress.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
It's not a big difference. You can keep going, but I just figured I'd throw that in there.
Yeah. Yes, that's not a huge difference. Gligar.
Gligar.
You say Gligar.
Mm-hmm.
I say Gligar. It's like glider.
Yeah.
That's my, like, I don't know if that's right. That's just my reasoning for it. Yeah.
I think it's because that's the first time I saw Gligar was in the anime, and I'm pretty sure that it says Gligar. I might be wrong.
No, you're right. It was because Ash had one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Generation 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it might say Gligar. See, I don't remember it that much being a Gligar, or a Gligar. Oh, I'm starting to say it how you do. Because I think it wasn't in that form for that. Maybe it was for a really long time, but I mostly remember it as a Gliscor because he evolved it. We'll get to that Pokemon.
I don't remember it evolving, but I also say it Gliscor.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll know that one's a freebie when we get there. But
you can keep going. It's not that big.
Oh, I can keep going. Okay. Steelix.
Mm-hmm.
Snubble.
Yep.
Granbull.
I say Snubble.
Schnabble. That has the best fucking voice actor. I love that. That's always so fun. Quillfish.
Mm-hmm.
Scizor.
Yep.
I knew people who used to call it Sizor.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. That's why we don't say it like that. No offense if you do, but also
a little
bit of offense if you do. Shuckle. Heracross. Sneasel. Teddiursa. Ursaring. Slugma.
Its face.
Yeah. Slugma has such a... Oh, he's so goofy.
It looks like someone's pulling his face skin back.
Me.
Okay.
Magcargo. Mm-hmm. Swinub. Piloswine.
Piloswine.
You say Piloswine?
Yeah.
Is it because it is big and fluffy and you can sleep on it? So it's a pillow?
I mean, maybe, but also it's like... I don't see a reason why that eye should be pie.
Piloswine.
Piloswine.
In the anime, the Ice Gym leader Price had a whole arc about his Piloswine that had gotten lost in a blizzard, and they went to go find it, and then he battled Ash with it, and he referred to it as Piloswine.
That's fine.
So that was where I picked that up, I think.
He could be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, Piloswine that sounds nice. I like it, but I'm just always going to call it Piloswine. Anyway, your turn.
Corsola.
Yep.
Remoraid. Octillery. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Whenever you stop confirming the first time, I always think you're going to stop me.
Sorry.
Delibird.
I say Delibird. You say Delibird?
Yeah, Delibird.
It's a minor difference.
Mantine.
Mm.
Okay. Skarmory. Houndour.
I say Houndour.
I hate that.
Yeah, you've noticed me doing that though, right?
I think that, or I just block it out because I don't like it.
But it has to be Houndour.
Why?
Dour is an emotional state. A lot of the dog type Pokemon are named after emotional states or for emotional states.
Houndour.
It's not a door. It's Dour. There's a unit. It's Dour.
So it's Houndour?
Houndour. Yeah.
I don't like it.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's right because I think that's what they're going for.
I'm gonna look that one up in particular.
Okay.
And see if that's how they actually say it.
I'm curious to see if it's right or wrong. Everyone in the comments, is it Houndour or is it Houndour?
Houndour.
Houndour. It's not a door.
Doesn't matter.
Dude. Okay.
My Houndours aren't dour.
Your Houndours aren't dour. That's right. Okay. Whatever.
They're happy.
Well, they could be. Oh, I don't know. Can you be happy and dour? I don't really know what dour means. It's a negative emotion, I think.
Houndour.
Okay, that's fair. Is it my turn then? I guess.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Houndoom.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdra.
Yep.
Phanpy.
Phanpy.
Phanpy is so cute.
That's the thing is you say Phanpy, I say Phanpy.
You say Phanpy?
Yeah.
Oh, I say Phanpy.
Phanpy.
But it's a PY. It's no F.
I think that's how the Pokemon said it in the anime.
Phanpy?
Phanpy.
I'm pretty sure it said Phanpy.
It might have.
We can look it up. We'll check that one too. We'll check it in post.
I really want to ask Brandon how he says all these things. He probably says them the same.
We'll have to go through it with him because I'm actually really curious to see how he does it. Yeah.
Okay.
Next is. Am I going still?
It's Donphan.
Yeah.
That's why Phanpy, Donphan.
Well, yeah, the F is at the beginning. Fan P, Don Fan. The second part, the P.
I'm saying I'm copying just all the F's and P's and stuff. They're all F's. Phanpy and Donphan.
Oh, I see. But see, that's why I do Fan P, is because if it wanted to be Fan Fee, they would have done a PH again, but they didn't. So it's not Fan.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's why I do that.
That makes sense.
Go ahead. You keep going.
I'm going? Okay. Porygon 2. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Stantler.
Mm-hmm.
Smeargle.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrogue.
Yep.
Hitmontop.
Mm-hmm.
Smoochum.
Mm-hmm.
Elekid. Magby. Miltank. Blissey. Raikou.
I always called him, I feel like I called him Raikou for a long time.
Raikou?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not as bad as some that I've heard.
I just took out the O. But it's also because when I was younger, I didn't want to cram a bunch of letters into my syllables.
Yeah, right.
And I also wanted to phonetically say everything. And so if there were too many vowels or consonants next to each other, I wouldn't know what to do with them. And so I just took the O straight out. Raikou. Raikou.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's Raikou. Is it Raikou? Yeah, Raikou. That's how I say it. You say Raikou?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's another one, different kid, but I knew a lot of people who pronounced my name right. Convinced it was Raikou.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is
because he didn't understand that Japanese was a language that has different pronunciation rules. Basically, he's like, yeah, it's an OU, so it's got to be OU. Because it's two different things. Yeah. And I'm like, no.
Well, that's one of the ones where someone pointed out how I was saying it wrong.
Yeah.
And I fixed it. Because it was Suicune and Raikou and Entei.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just stole all of yours.
Those are all correct.
But somebody was like, no, it's Raikou, Suicune, Raikou, Entei.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm skipping an entire letter.
That's not a hard one.
I just fixed it. So it's now I call it Raikou. But
yeah, because I'm the same way. And then Entei, Suicune, we know.
I don't but that was Erica says that one weird.
Which one?
Suicune.
What does she say?
She told us in the car, doesn't she call it she calls it Suicune or something like that?
Suicune?
She calls it something weird. I wish she was here. She said it in the car and we both freaked out.
Erica, hit us up in the comments.
How do you pronounce Suicune?
No judgment, but also I gotta know.
I'm pretty sure she pronounced it something like Suicune or something like that.
Suicune.
Yeah.
You're
calling a pig.
You're calling birth out the pasture.
Yeah.
Suicune. Yeah, you are a Japanese pig farmer. Suicune.
Notice me, Suicune.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh god.
You can continue now.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
Am I continuing? I'm sorry.
I can if you want.
It might be you because I think we had to switch from the.
I'll continue.
Sure.
Larvitar.
Yep.
Pupitar.
Yep.
Tyranitar.
Mm-hmm.
Lugia. Okay. Ho-Oh. Celebi.
Yep. Down to Gen 3. Your
now
favorite.
The next generation. My favorite one. Trico.
Yep.
I don't know why I was just gonna skip. I was like, Trico. Torchic.
My favorite Pokemon.
Trico. Grovyle.
Yep.
Sceptile.
Yeah, that works for me.
Torchic. Combuskin, Blaziken,
Hell yeah.
Mudkip, Marshtomp, Swampert, Poochyena,
Hell yeah.
Mightyena, Zigzagoon, I call it Linoon.
I call it Linoon.
I feel like that's why I hesitated, because I knew that was one that you say differently.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're probably right.
Linoon.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I call it Linoon. I don't know why I call it Linoon, but by that point I could read. By the time Ruby and Sapphire came out, I was capable of reading.
I mean, it's probably just a convention of yours, is to extend the I.
Yeah, maybe.
From an I to an I.
I tend to do that a lot with some of the Pokemon names, so that kind of does make sense. Yeah, that's pretty fair. It's probably just a relic of that.
You can continue on with the next one.
Alrighty. Wurmple.
Mm-hmm.
Silcoon.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifly.
Mm-hmm.
Cascoon. Dustox.
Dustox?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I just kind of put a little more stank on the T, but
So,
it's
yeah.
not that much of a difference. Lotad.
Mm-hmm.
Lombre. Ludicolo. Seedot. Nuzleaf. Shiftry. Talo. Swellow. Wingull. Pelipper. Ralts. Curlia. Gardevoir. Surskit. Masquerain.
I can't call you out on that one because I never actually process its name.
Yeah, it's also like, it's a Pokemon that, like, who the fuck remembers that? Like,
I remember that Pokemon, but the thing is in all honesty, I don't call it anything because
okay.
I've never processed or called it by its own name. I'm just going, yep, that's it.
A lot of people, like, I know that they say that, like, every Pokemon is someone's favorite, but literally, who the fuck's favorite Pokemon is Masquerain?
Somebody.
It's gotta be. I mean, it's gotta be the case. But I
somebody saw Masquerain and was like, "That's what it is."
Yeah, nobody acknowledges Masquerain that I know of. I don't understand.
Okay, continue.
Anyway, Shroomish,
mm-hmm.
Breloom, Slackoff, Vigoroth, Slacking, Nincada, Ninjask, Shedinja, Whismur, Loudred, Exploud, Makuhita, Hariyama, Azurill.
I call it Azurill.
You call it Azurill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I don't remember. Why do I call it Azurill? Is it because of Azumarill? Yeah. Yeah, because I call it Azumarill, so I call it Azurill, because it's just taking out the
yeah. I say Azumarill, but I call it Azumarill. Or Azurill.
Azurill, yeah. I call it Azurill. Or, wait, would I? Yeah, Azurill. Yeah, that's right. That sounds right to me. You may take over if you would like.
Sure. Nosepass. Skitty. Delcatty.
Mm-hmm.
Sableye.
Mm-hmm.
Mawile.
Yeah. I say Mile.
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 Because it's mile.
Mile.
Yeah, do you say Mawile?
Mawile.
I say mile. Because it's a maw.
Just sounds like you're saying nothing. It just just sounds like you're making a noise.
It's mile.
Mawile.
Sure. I mean, you're probably right.
Or
mile. Because it's maw. And then the rest of the words, which is just...
It just sounds wrong.
It's just the rest of the letters. It's maw, and then the other letters.
Say it again.
Mile.
Just doesn't sound right.
It's definitely a way to pronounce it.
Sure.
I'm not confident in it. Like, you're really... Like, I was
there's a grease slick in the middle of that word.
I was like middling confident in it, but I don't know. I don't feel great about it anymore. I feel like maybe I've been bamboozled.
I don't know how you say it for real, but just that the word you're saying just feels like
what do you mean how I say it for real?
I don't I don't know if that's how you actually. I said I don't know if that's how you say it for real, not you, but I don't know if that's how
people, like
generally
people, yeah.
I don't know if that's how people
I'm
actually
pretty
pronounce
sure
it.
it's mile.
If it is, it sounds like you fucking tripped in the middle of the word, like you're trying to...
You know what? There was definitely a trainer in the Pokemon anime that had one. So, like, we can definitely go find clips. We will find out. We're going to find out what it's called.
Oh my god.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
You can go now.
Oh, shit. Okay, my turn. Aeron. Lairon. Aggron.
Aeron, Lairon, Aggron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meditite. Medicham.
Medicham.
You say Medicham. I do like a Medi. It's literally like
Meditite, Medicham.
Yeah, I think it's like an Italian thing.
Maybe.
Because my family's Italian, so we said like the De Medici family. You know, like I see that word and I'm like, it's got to be Medicham.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
my only answer. Medicham.
What was the other one? Suicune and Medichan?
Yeah, Suicune and Medichan.
I'm writing a story now. It's my next fan fiction.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, check for it on whatever the fuck fan fiction is. I forgot the name of it.
Okay. Am I going or you?
I think it's got to be you now. I think that technically was a difference.
Okay. Electrike.
Yep.
Manectric.
Yeah.
Plusle. Minun. Volbeat. Illumise.
Yeah.
Roselia. Gulpin. Swalot.
Swalot?
Swalot.
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 It doesn't say Swalot.
Swallow.
So?
SWALOW is the word swallow. It's literally swallow, but the last W is a T.
Yeah, except it could also be swallows a lot. Swalot.
Why swa?
Because SWA is swa. Swat. Swalot.
Swallow.
Yeah.
Swalot.
Fuck you, dude.
It's swalot. It's literally a play on swallow. It has to be swalot.
It's not.
What? How is it not, though? It's gotta be.
Swalot.
That's my little gooey buddy.
Well, your little gooey buddy is a bitch.
That's hurtful and mean. No, it's I don't know. It's swallow. It has to be. It's literally the word swallow, but with one letter different at the end. The whole beginning part is exactly the same as swallow.
I don't agree.
Okay, well, that's fine. You are allowed. Anyway, I guess it's my turn.
Okay.
Carvana.
Yep.
Sharpedo. Whalmer.
I pronounce that fuckface.
You hate whales, though.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. We can move on to Waylord or Fuckface Senior.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's how I pronounce that one.
Good. I'm glad I got that one. Jeez, I didn't know if we would have that one in common. But,
yeah.
All right. Nummel. Camerupt. Torkoal. Spoink. Grumpig. Spinda. Trapinch. Vibrava. Flygon. Cacnea. Cacturn. Swablu. Altaria.
Call it Altaria.
You call it Altaria? I think that, yeah, that one I hear. This one's like literally a songbird in the clouds. So it's aria, like a song. That's just why I say Altaria.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's really it. But I've heard people call it Altaria, and I used to call it Altaria. So that makes sense. But
you can continue. It's just a different pronunciation of the A. It's not like huge.
Sure. Zangoose. Seviper. Lunatone. Solrock. Barboach. Whiscash.
Wishcash?
Whiscash.
Wishcash.
Wishcash?
Yeah.
It's not wish, though. It's
yeah.
whis.
I'm sure it is. Peach!
Peach is chomping water. Fun aside about our ferrets. The large one. Peach,
who is Peach?
She's a big chunky girl. And she, for some reason, never learned how to drink water like a normal ferret. So instead of like standing below the water thing and
like you know how ferrets or
it.
like guinea pigs or like gerbils or whatever little thing you have will like walk up to its little water drinky like bottle and just like stand in front of it like a normal person and like lick it to make the water come down into their mouth. She lays underneath it upside down with the like little spout hanging into her mouth and like viciously attacks it to like
she chews on it to make the water, like chews on the metal to make the water come out, and she has to laying down underneath it because she doesn't know how to just stand in front of it and make the water come out. I don't know. She doesn't think it's possible. She literally watches her sister do it every time, but she doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like her sister knows how to lick hands when you go to pet her. She will lick your hand. She does not know. She puts her nose on your hand and she's just like, the fuck I do with this.
But also, I think, speaking of going back to the Pokemon thing,
yes,
I'm pretty sure I figured out why I call it Wish Cash.
Why do you call it Wish Cash?
Because I'm dyslexic.
Oh, because you see that word as wish.
I take the H and I put it further on in the word to make the word wish.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I see it. I mean, it's got the right letters, just in a different order.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense.
Wish Cash.
Okay, I think it's on to you.
Corfish. Mm-hmm. Crawdont.
Yep.
Baltoy. Claydol. Lileep. Mm-hmm. Cradilly.
Oh, I say Cradilly.
I think I've heard you say that before.
Cradilly?
Yeah, Cradilly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. Those both could be right. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't have a reference to I don't know why I call it Cradilly. I don't know what it's supposed to be like.
Neither of those things really seem to connect to it.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Cradilly. So I guess I'll go to me then.
Yes.
Anorith. Mm-hmm. Armaldo.
Which is always so funny. It's just like a regular guy's name.
Yeah, Armando.
Armaldo.
Yeah, it's Armaldo. He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay.
Oh, it's my neighbor Armaldo.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah. And he just waves with a claw.
Yeah, with the little claw, yeah.
Just taking out my garbage.
Feebas. Milotic. Wait.
Melodic.
You say melodic? I say Milotic. Yeah.
Melodic.
Pretty much the same. Castform. Kecleon. Shuppet. Banette.
I call it Banette.
You call it Banette?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably fine. The end part is definitely neck. It's supposed to be Marionette.
I call it Banette, and I also have called it Bennett before.
Bennett?
When I was younger, I used to call it Bennett.
With Bennett Foddy.
Yeah, there he is.
That's him. That's the guy. Duskull. Mm-hmm. Dusclops. Tropius. I think it might be Tropius.
It might be, but I call it Tropius.
Yeah, I also call it Tropius. Chimecho. Absol. Wynot. Snorunt.
Snorunt?
Snorunt. Yeah, pretty much the same. Glalie. Mm-hmm. Spheal. Celio. Walrein.
I used to call it Walren.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm pretty sure I still do.
I think it's Rain because it's supposed to be a king.
Yeah, I feel like you're right, but also I call it Walren.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a little bit of an odd one. That's a difference enough. I think it's your turn.
Clamperl.
Sure.
Huntale. Mm-hmm. I've never tried to say this one's name before.
Really? Try it.
Gorbis?
That's what I say too, yeah. It's like Abyss. But yeah.
Gorbis.
Yeah, Gorbis.
The first time I've ever fucking said its name. Relican. Mm-hmm. Love Disc. Bagon.
Yep.
Shelgon. Salamence.
Hell yeah.
Beldum. Matang.
I say Metang.
Matang?
Matang. Yeah. I say Metang. It's not a huge difference.
You like to put a stank on a lot of your...
I do like to put a stank on certain letters. I think it jazzes.
It's like the second vowels of anything. Or like the first vowel, second letters of everything. Sure. You like to put a fucking stank on for some reason.
Just really like drive it home. Yeah, just stank it up.
Metagross?
Metagross.
You're gross.
You're gross.
You're gross.
It's the word gross, so it's Metagross to me.
Metagross.
I did used to call it Metagross, though, as a kid.
Oh, what changed?
But I learned how to spell gross.
Oh, all right.
That was it. I looked at it and I'm like, nope, that's probably right.
Regirock? Regice? Registeel?
Regice?
Yeah.
So there's only one I, though.
Doesn't matter.
It's Regice.
Fuck off with that garbage.
It's gotta be Regice.
Regirock, Registeel, Regice?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Because if it was Reggie Ice, there would be two I's.
I'd more prefer to call that thing Reggie.
Reggie Rock.
Yeah, Reggie Rock.
Yeah.
Reggie Rock. Like Reggie.
Oh, Reggie-ca, like CEO.
Yeah, I'd rather fucking...
It's Reg Ice.
Reggie.
I'm pretty sure it's Reg Ice.
I hate it, and I'm never going to acknowledge that.
That's fair. Yours is more consistent with like the whole naming theme they have going on, but
Are you fucking kidding me?
it would be the only one that doesn't have Reggie in its name if that's the
Yeah,
case.
then what the fuck is that garbage?
It's Reg.
Reggie Rock,
Reg
Reggie Steel, Reggie fuck you, I guess.
Listen, I can't help you. I don't know what to do about it. All I know is that it literally
I know what to do. Fuck them and their naming conventions and call it Reggie Ice.
Jesus. I swallowed hair wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Reg Ice. We'll move on.
Absolutely not. It is Reggie Ice, and I'm gonna punch you.
It could be Reggie Ice if
it definitely is.
If there was a second I, it would certainly be, but I don't see one, so I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one, baby. I'm just not seeing the second eye. I don't know where it is.
Well, that's funny. I'm gonna
put up wanted posters.
Poke out one of your eyes, see if you can still see.
I will be able to see out of one of the eyes.
Now you're just Ken with one eye.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Anyways.
I would be adding one. But that's where the second eye in Reggie
I'll put it in its name.
Yeah, it's in my name now. I stole it.
Continue.
Anyway, my turn. Okay. Latias.
Mm-hmm.
Latios. Kyogre.
I used to call it, I don't anymore, I call it Kyogre because I know that's how you're supposed to say it. But I used to call it Kyogre.
Kyogre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is literally phonetically how that's pronounced. That makes sense. Or how that's spelled.
Yep.
So that makes perfect sense, yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's like ogre, like the creature, yeah.
Well, also I've heard, like, people in the anime say it, and, like, I know it's Kyogre, and I'm like, whatever,
yeah,
but
right.
I used to call it Kyogre.
Makes sense. Groudon.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial one. Rayquaza?
Yep.
Okay, because growing up, I used to call it Rayquaza. And I would always call it Rayquaza until I heard someone in one of the movies, I think, call it Rayquaza. And then I was like, oh!
Oddly enough, me and Brennan always called it Rayquaza.
Yeah, that makes sense. Completely logical to me. Okay, I'll move on to... Wait. Yeah, I'll move on to the next, because that wasn't a difference. That was just the way I used to pronounce it.
Yes.
Okay. Jirachi.
Mm-hmm.
Deoxys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were at Generation 4.
All right.
Next up. Turtwig.
Mm-hmm.
Grottle.
Yep.
Torterra.
Mm-hmm.
Chimchar. Monferno. Infernape. Piplup.
Mm-hmm.
Primplup.
Mm-hmm.
Empoleon. Starly. Staravia. Staraptor. Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Mm-hmm. Bidoof is cute. I like Bidoof. That's fun. I call it Bidoof.
Yeah, it's that second letter vowel stank you put on it.
Yeah.
It's Bidoof.
It is the first vowel in a word and not the first letter, so I have to stank it up.
Yeah.
Bidoof. I honestly, I feel like I like Bidoof more.
It's Bidoof and Babarrel.
See, I say Bidoof and B-Barrel.
What the hell?
B-Barrel is very wrong. Like, that's very wrong. I know it's wrong, but I just call it Bibarel. Me and the Ratatta of certain generations. I cannot fucking say the Ratatta's name, whatever it is. Or the Ratatta, or whatever the fuck you call it.
It's Ratatta.
Yeah, alright, whatever, sure, yeah. B-barrel.
Okay.
Terrible.
I'm
It's
taking
probably
over
B-barrel.
now.
Yeah. It's on you.
It's Cricketot.
Yep.
Cricketoon.
Mm-hmm.
Shinx.
Hell yeah.
Luxio. Luxray. Badoo.
Hell yeah.
Roserade.
Yeah, I also say that.
Cranidos.
I say cranidos.
Why?
Cranium.
Cranium?
Yeah. Because it's all based on the skull. It literally headbutts things. Yeah.
Cranidos.
I say cranidos because it's based on cranium. That's why I did.
And then Rampardos.
Bro. Rampardos is so cool. I love that Pokemon so much.
Shieldon.
Hmm?
Blastiodon? Bastiodon.
Yeah, there's no L in it.
I couldn't read it. I've also never said this thing's name.
Yeah, there were a couple that I've noticed you've never actually said out loud because just you've never used them or something.
Yeah, that or like if I see their name and I don't care, I won't read it.
Sure.
Bastiodon. Burmy.
Mm-hmm. Bernie Sanders.
Wormadam?
Yeah, I used to say Wormadam, but I like Wormadam better.
And then Motham.
Yep.
Combee.
Yep.
Vespiquen. Pachirisu.
I say Pachirisu.
Pachirisu?
Pachirisu.
Pachirisu.
I mean, yeah, probably. I think Pachirisu is just like... The thing is, like, I think that's the Japanese way of pronouncing it, and especially with Generation 4, that was when I had a decent working computer in my house, and, like, I was old enough to know how to use the internet when that Pokemon game was, like, being, like, previewed in Japan, and they were, like, doing announcements about it.
Right.
So, like, every once in a while... Like, I would just go on to Cerebi.net, and then, like, they'd be like, oh, here are some Pokemon that showed up in the newest Koro magazine. And I would get the Pokemon's picture and then their Japanese name.
Right, because it didn't come out in English yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, I saw that one, and I'm just like, oh, they're calling it Pachirisu, because that's their Japanese pronunciation. That could be an English translation of it, Pachirisu, but I always say Pachirisu because of that.
Fair enough.
It's why I also know most of the Pokemon from Generation 4's names in Japanese, because I learned them all first.
Oh.
It was very weird. Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that's enough of a difference where you can take over now.
Sure, I'll take it. Dweezil.
Mm-hmm.
Floatzel.
Mm-hmm.
Cherubi.
Mm-hmm.
Cherim. Shellos. Gastrodon.
Mm-hmm.
Ambipom. Drifloon. Drifblim. Baneri. Lopunny.
Lopunny.
You say Lopunny?
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Lopunny makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. It's that second letter first vowel stank.
Lopunny, yeah. Yeah, there really is a consistent theme in terms of my weird Pokemon names.
I noticed it a few times in the beginning,
That's
and
really
like
funky.
now I'm pointing it out, and it's like...
It's kind of across the board, yeah. Like pretty much most of the ones that we have different is because I put a little extra substance on that first vowel sound.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Huh. Anyway, is that a difference, or are we...
It's just a difference in the vowel.
Sure. Okay,
You can continue.
We'll stick with it. You can also just let me stick with it like it's cool. I'll just read it. Not forever, but like, if you want. If you're like, you can just keep reading them. That's fine.
I'm gonna go if it's...
like it's a big enough difference.
Yeah, if it's only like a tiny difference in a vowel or like only a teeny little difference in like something. If it's like a huge like, oh wow, that's weird and different, then we'll change it.
That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, we'll continue on. Miss Magius.
Miss Magius.
Miss Magius?
Yeah.
See, she's a mage, so it's Miss Magius to me. But also there's no E, so Miss Magius is probably correct. Yeah. I just say Miss Magius.
Yeah. I think we went over that one already, though.
Yeah, I think so.
With Mischievous.
Yeah, we both say that Pokemon differently. That's very true. Haunchcrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glameow.
Glameow.
Glameow?
Yeah.
Glam. It's glamorous. Glameow.
Yeah, but it also says gla and meow.
Yeah, but
Meow.
that's the difference then, because you're putting the emphasis on the meow part and
you're putting it on the glam part.
Yeah, both of them are part of the name,
Mm-hmm.
but it's glam meow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's still meow.
Yeah.
But you're also emphasizing glam.
But now we're back on the Reggie Ice thing. It does say Reggie and it does say Ice. So is it Reggie Ice or is it Reg Ice or is it Reggie?
Yeah, but that was like a difference in letters.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally, it says like
no, it's literally the same thing. There's not two W's, so it's not glam
yeah,
meow.
But it's about the way you say it. It's not about the difference in the word. If you say what did you say? How do you say it?
Glam meow.
You say glam meow?
Yeah. Glam meow.
But I say glam meow. I thought you just said...
You say glam meow. I say glam meow.
It's not that much of a difference.
It's not that much of a difference.
Okay. Because I could have swore you just said
glam meow.
Glam meow or something. Is that what you just... Did you say something different?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, unless we can go back and listen to it and think, but I'm pretty sure.
Am I losing my mind?
That and we're also like debating like a very like...
Yeah, minute, all the words and letters and sounds are there.
Glam meow.
Slightly different.
But that's me like really pronunciating it. It's glam meow.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, glam meow. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Anyway.
You're putting the emphasis on the glam. It was glam meow.
Yeah. Because if you say it that way, it's glam meow. Like it's all one word. Glam meow. It's glam and meow are both being said. That's why it's that.
Glam meow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I thought that was so different the first time you said it. I really thought you were saying...
Unless I said it super weird the first time.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know. But I don't remember how you said it the first time. I just know I was like, whoa.
I feel like I put the emphasis on the glam meow.
On the meow, but yeah.
Because that's how I say it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't sound that different the second time you say it.
The time I say it really fast.
Yeah. It doesn't sound that different to me.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway. Perugly. Chingling. Stunky.
Stunky. Little ball face.
Yeah, he got a big old chunky bubble face. Skuntank. Bronzor. Bronzong. Bonsley. Mime Jr. That was easy. Happini.
Happini.
Say Happini.
Yeah.
I say Happini.
Why?
I don't know why. What?
I said why?
Happini. I think that's the Japanese name. Happini.
Happini.
Because I think it ends in an I.
Maybe.
Anyway, next. Chatta.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritomb.
Mm-hmm.
Gibble.
Mm-hmm.
Gabite. Garchomp.
Yep.
Munchlax. Riolu. Lucario. Hippopotas. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. It's a complicated one. That's a lot of fucking letters. Hippowdon.
Hippodon.
Hippodon?
Yeah, Hippodon.
Where's the W?
Literally right before dawn.
Hippo. Yeah, but it's why it's Hippowdon.
Hippodon.
Then where's the W?
Right there in the middle.
Yeah, but you're not saying the W. Hippo is Hippo. That's how you spell hippo.
Hippo.
Hippow.
Yeah, Hippodon.
Hippow. It's pow. There's a pow in there. Pow, right in the kisser.
I mean, maybe, but I ignore it.
I don't know if that... I don't think that's the reference at all. I don't think they would reference weird fucking 1905 or whatever the fuck that.
Like I said, sometimes I would take letters out of the entire name to make it flow better.
Yeah.
So Hippowdon, it's Hippodon.
Yeah, I just always said Hippowdon because there's a W, so I just said the W. But it could be silent. I don't really know how that works. I don't see silent W's in words a lot, so I don't really know how that would work.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. I'm not sure which one of us is right on that one.
Should I take over now?
Sure. Yeah, I think it was a difference enough.
See, we're gonna have to switch right
We're
back.
gonna have to switch right back. This next one, I saw it and I was like, oh god.
I call it Scruppy.
You call it Scruppy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Scorby.
Scruppy.
Scruppy? Where's the O?
Right there.
Yeah, but you don't say the O though.
Scruppy.
Scruppy. I think Scruppy's adorable. I don't think it's pronounced Scruppy.
Silent O, Scruppy.
Silent O, yeah, a silent vowel in a word. Yep.
That happens all the time.
It does it?
Silent vowels?
Yeah, when? Where's one example of a silent vowel?
In any language?
Silent A? Silent E? Silent I? Where? In what?
There's gotta be.
No.
Yeah.
Here, don't look it up on there, because that's what we're recording on. We'll look it up on, yeah. I'm going to look up silent vowels.
There's gotta be silent vowels.
No, I don't. I think that's like literally the point of vowels. Yeah.
To carry silent consonants?
No, because silent vowel, what is a silent vowel? Silent.
I'm not saying I think that's what's happening here with Scruppy. I think I just took the O out because it's cuter that way.
Sure.
But I like, there has to be silent vowels.
According to this, silent vowels are something that are utilized by English speakers in order to pronounce words faster, like pronouncing suppose as spose.
Yeah.
Or pronouncing potato, like instead of potato, it's potato.
So it's mainly like in slang or like with...
Yeah, silent vowels only happen really, although there are examples.
Well, then this is exactly that case. That's literally exactly what I did with Scruppy.
Made
it faster for me to say, and so I got rid of the O. It's exactly that. It's a silent O for me.
English speakers. Yeah, so apparently the only things that I was able to find references to in this is that we use silent letters just to shorten words, but it's not actually how the word is pronounced.
Yeah.
And also there are silent vowels in the East Cree Native American linguistic structure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only examples that I could find from a cursory Google search. Silent vowels pretty much aren't a thing except in slang.
All I'm hearing is that I was right.
That's exactly what you would think, yeah.
They exist in a language, and they are part of slang, and therefore they do exist.
And therefore, Scruppy.
Scruppy.
I think Scruppy's cuter. That's pretty fair. Okay. Anyway, I think that warrants...
Drapion.
Drapion? I used to say Drapion, but I do like Drapion better. So,
but we will switch back. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's me now, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Krogunk.
Mm-hmm.
Toxicroak. Carnivine. Finion. Luminion. Mantike. Snover. Abomasnow. Weavile. Magnazone. Licky Licky. The weirdest fucking Pokemon. Meh. So cute, though. Its shiny is amazing. Like a little lemon gumdrop.
Yeah, whatever, Mr. I got its shiny and Hannah doesn't.
You shinies. I got one for you. I'll trade it to you.
Okay.
I got you a second one. Rhyperior.
Mm-hmm.
Tangrowth. Electivire. Magmortar. Togekiss. Mm-hmm. Waiting for it to load. Yanmega.
Mm-hmm.
Leafeon. Glaceon. Gliscor, which we already went over. Mamoswine. Porygon Z. Gallade. Probopass. Dusknoir. Frostlass. Rotom. Uxie.
I call it Uxie now. I don't think I used to call it anything before.
Yeah, it has a very weird
Unless I called it Uxie.
A lot of people call it Uxie. I call it Uxie.
I call it Uxie now.
Could be Uxie. I don't think it is.
Mm.
I'm not sure. The next one is Mesprit.
Yep.
Azelf.
Uh-huh.
Dialga.
Dialga.
You call it Dialga. I think that makes more sense because it's based off diamond. I just always used to call it Dialga.
Oh, I call it Dialga and Palkia.
Palkia. Yep, I also say Palkia. Did you want to switch over, or is it still me?
You can keep going.
Okay.
I was just going with the team.
Yeah, fair enough. Heatran.
Mm-hmm.
Regigigas. Giratina. Cresselia.
Giratina.
You say Giratina?
Mm-hmm.
I say Giratina. Because I think I do it the same as Jirachi, but they're not spelled like it's a G and a J.
Yeah.
Which I don't think makes that much of a difference, but I do keep them the same for some reason. The next one, Fione.
Fione.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who say Fione.
No, I've never actually said that thing's name before, so I can't weigh in.
Yeah, it's a very. It barely exists. I think that the only way you could get it was from some weird mystery gift event. I don't know how the fuck anybody gets that Pokemon.
Hey.
But Manaphy.
Yep.
Darkrai.
Mm-hmm.
Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Arceus.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So now we're on Generation 5.
Well, Victini.
Yeah. Victini. Yeah. Did you want me to keep going?
Unless you want me to switch over.
You can switch. You can take
Because
it.
you keep asking me, so I feel like you want me to switch.
Well, just because it's been a long streak of me, so.
Okay. Snivy.
Mm-hmm.
Servine.
Yep.
Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Tepig. Pignite.
Mm-hmm.
Embor. Oshawott. Duot. Samurott.
Mm-hmm.
Patrat. Watchog?
Yeah, I say Watchog.
I never fucking cared about that thing enough.
It's the Ratatta.
Lillipup.
Mm-hmm.
Herdier. Stoutland.
Mm-hmm.
Purloin.
Yeah.
Lipard.
Yeah.
Pansage. Semisage.
Semi-Sage? I say Simi-Sage.
Oh.
Like Simeon.
Panseer. Simisear?
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Panpour. Simipour?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Munna.
I say Muna.
Muna?
Yeah.
There's no double O, it's Munna.
You're probably right. I think it evolves with a moonstone, but that's why I did it. I think that's literally all it was. I was like, oh, it's got to be a moon
It's like a
reference.
moon.
Like, yeah.
And then Musharna.
Musharna, I say, yeah.
Pidove.
I say Pidove.
We switched. I did the stank on
Yeah, you put the sting on the eye. Look at you.
Pidove.
Yeah. I say Pidove because I think it's like a cross between a pigeon and a dove. So I call it Pidove. It's both. But I think that's the only reason why I do that. You could be right.
Tranquil.
Yep.
Unpheasant.
Unpheasant.
Blitzel. Zebstrika.
Yeah.
Rag'n'Rolla.
Rag'n'Rolla?
Yeah.
I say Roggenrolla.
Oh. It's Rag'n'Rolla.
Why is it Rag'n'Rolla? There's no A.
I don't know. It sounds better to me.
Okay. That's very silly. I call it Roggenrolla.
Okay. You can switch over.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess it's definitely my turn. Boldor.
Mm-hmm.
Gigalith.
Mm-hmm.
Woobat. Swoobat. Drillbur.
Mm-hmm.
Excadrill. Audino.
Audino. Hot pizza rolls.
Terrible.
Oh, she looks like she would like pizza rolls.
She probably would. She's such a cutie pie.
Anyway.
It's my favorite, not Chansey. Timber.
Mm-hmm.
Girder. Conkeldurr.
Conkeldurr.
Yeah, okay, good. I know somebody who used to call it Conkeldurr.
Oh.
I'm like, stop. Don't do that. Timpole.
Timpole?
Timpole, yeah. Palpitoad.
Mm-hmm.
Seismitoad.
Mm-hmm.
Throw.
Yep.
Sock.
Uh-huh.
Swaddle.
Swaddle.
Yeah. Swadloon.
I've never said this thing's name.
Swadloon?
Yeah. Or the next one. I've never said that.
Oh, this is one of my favorite Pokemon from this generation. I love this Pokemon. Leavanny?
Leavanny?
Do you say Leavanny?
I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah,
but
I say Leavanny. I know people who say Leavanny, but I typically say Leavanny.
We'll see how I pronounce it in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, just like say it a bunch of. Well, the thing is, I might use one in one of my run throughs. So if you're watching me play my Nuzlocke and stuff,
we'll see how I refer to it.
is really easy to find, so and I like it, so I probably will use it. But then I will probably cry when it gets hit by a stray fire attack and immediately turns into Ash.
Ash from Pokemon.
From Pokemon to anime. Holy shit!
How'd you get here?
Ash, catch him. How are you a pile on the ground?
Okay, continue.
Anyway, sorry. Venipede.
Uh-huh.
Whirlipede.
Mm-hmm.
Scolipede.
Mm-hmm.
Cottony.
Mm-hmm.
Whimsicott. Petilil. Lilligant. Basculin. Sandile. Crocorock. Crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
Darumaka. Darmanitan. Maractus. Dwebble. Crustle. Scraggy.
Uh-huh.
Scrafty. Sigilif.
Sigilif?
Yeah.
Sigilif.
But it's not a sigil. It's a sigil.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Matt Mercer would have something to say about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because he always says sigil.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it's sigil. He's like, stop it.
Well, I prefer sigil than sigil. I don't like that.
That's why I say sigilif. Because it's sigil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sigilif.
Yeah, alright. I said sigilif just because it's supposed to be based on like Nazca lines and like Aztec like.
See, my brain doesn't connect those two dots.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's how I like most of my pronunciations. If I don't know, I'm just like, what's the root of it? Like, what does it come from? And that helps me figure it out. Yamask.
Mm-hmm.
Cophagrigus.
Cophagrigus?
Yeah.
I've never really referred to this Pokemon.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know. Cophagrigus. I don't know.
I will refer to you on this one.
Yeah, sure. That's fair. Tortuga.
Yep.
Caracosta.
I've never said this thing's name.
Really?
Yep.
A lot of these Pokemon you don't really. This one, you didn't like this generation at all. This is my favorite generation. I fucking love Generation 5. Yeah. Black and White, mwah, mwah, masterpiece. Beautiful game. But that's a whole motherfucking podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon here I have not referred to.
There's a lot of Pokemon here that I love dearly with all of my heart.
Arkin?
Arkin.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I say. Archeops.
Sure.
Trubbish.
I like Trubbish.
Garbage. Garbodor.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who say Garbodor.
I hate that.
Because it's odor. Yeah, no, it's wrong. Absolutely not It's Garbodor. Has to be. Zorua.
Yes, I love Zorua.
Zoroark.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Minccino.
Minccino.
Hot pizza rolls. That's terrible. Oh, TikTok. What have you done to us? Cinccino.
Yep. I also hit Cinccino.
Oh no! You're gonna have to scroll
I have to scroll
all the way
back down. Oh no!
Quick, let's riff about some stuff.
Cinccino.
We're making good pace, so I think we might actually be able to get through the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. We've gotten through almost 5 generations in an hour and a half, and the last 3 generations are much shorter because they have less Pokemon. This was the last one to have like 150 something because they basically kind of like rebooted the Kanto Pokedex in Generation 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other one after that has like 70 to 80 Pokemon tops. Because Gen 6 added Mega Evolutions, so they took Mega Evolutions as some of the new Pokemon designs. Gen 7, didn't have Mega Evolutions, but it just had like a smaller Pokedex for whatever reason. Oh no, because they had Alolan forms.
Yes.
And then Gen 8 had Galarian forms. So they didn't really.
Instead of adding new Pokemon, they just started adding forms.
Yeah, basically, for all intents and purposes, they added in forms. Because I figured that their design process for Pokemon is like they have a limited number of designs that they can actually use. So they pretty much just stuck with like we're gonna design X number of different kinds of Pokemon, and then when they had to add in like Mega Evolutions or they had to add in like regional forms, they counted those as some of their designs. I think it was like a combination of like it's easier to design like new versions of older things, and also like they didn't want to keep designing 150 Pokemon every time because then you're probably gonna run out of like good ideas if you do that too close to each other. How far down are you?
Yon Mega.
Oh, you're close. You're in Generation 4. You're almost there.
Am I trying to get to 2 pizza rolls?
Yeah, Chinchino. Hot pizza rolls. The other hot
pizza rolls. Yeah, I just went by
Audino, Mincino, Chinchino. Yeah, you're almost there. If you were at Audino, it's pretty close.
Yeah, there's Tortuga.
Yeah,
and
573 is the one you're at.
Chinchino.
There we go. All right. So picking up with the next one, Gothita.
Yep.
Gotharita.
Mm-hmm.
Gothitel.
I've never said that thing's name.
Really? There's a lot of things you haven't said. Yeah, Gothitel. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
Duosion.
Sure.
Reuniclus.
Okay.
Yeah. Reuniclus took me forever to settle on it. It's a weird one. Ducklet.
Yep.
Swana.
Mm-hmm.
Vanillite.
Yep.
Vanillish.
Mm-hmm.
Vanillux.
Mm-hmm.
Deerling.
I love Deerling.
Very cute Pokemon. Sawsbuck.
Mm-hmm.
Emolga. Carablast. Escavalier. Fungus. Amoongus. Furlish. Jellicent. Alomomola.
I haven't said that until recently.
Really? Oh yeah, because it's been showing up a lot in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I really had referred to it.
It's kind of.
I used to call it Alamomomola. Yeah, pretty much.
Alamomola. Yeah, it should have been a Love Disc evolution, and it's not. And
it really should have been.
I don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, next one. Joltik.
Yep.
Galvantula.
Yep.
Ferroseed.
Ferroseed?
You say Furroseed?
Yeah.
Why Furrow?
Because it's Ferro. Furrow?
That's Pharaoh, though. Like ferrous? Someone that's ferrous is full of iron or iron adjacent?
I don't know. I think it's Fe-eh is like an A. It's like Pharaoh. Fe-eh.
Oh, you're thinking almost like
fur, F-E-R, like a fur.
Are you thinking like the chocolate, like Ferrero Rocher or whatever?
No, that is not what I was thinking of at all.
Because that's Ferro as well.
Isn't that a plant like a fir? F-E-R.
I'm pretty sure a fir plant is F-I-R.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Either way, F goes F, E goes E, R goes Er.
I think it's Pharaoh because
so it's furrow.
Ferrous, something that's ferrous is it has a lot of iron particles in it.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I see it as Pharaoh, like Pharaoh seed.
I call it furrow seed.
Oh, okay. And
I'm a phonetic speller.
You also say Furrothorn then?
Yep.
I say Ferrothorn. Interesting. I think that means it's your turn.
Okay. Clink.
Yep.
Clang.
Yeah.
Clink clang.
That's what I say.
Clink clang.
Yeah.
Dynamo.
Yeah.
Electric.
I say electric.
I've never said that thing before.
Because it's an eel. That's it.
Electric.
Electric. Yeah.
Electros.
I say Electros.
Okay.
Yeah, those ones are terrible to pronounce.
It's just if you don't say Electros or electric, especially because it's E, it goes eel, but it's electric or Electros.
Yeah.
It just sounds like you're saying electric.
Yeah, it's eel. You basically just put stank on the eel part because it's an eel.
Elgium.
Yep.
Beheim.
Beheim. That's what I say. Yeah.
Litwick. Lampent.
Mm-hmm.
Chandelure.
Hell yeah.
Axew. Fracture. Haxorus. Can you tell which ones I haven't said before?
Yeah, a lot of those middle ones. These ones you like, though, a lot. Those dragons are some of your favorites.
Yeah. Cubchew.
Yeah.
Beartic. Cryogonal.
That's what I say, Cryogonal.
You're the reason I know what that's called.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it's one of the first things you can catch in the Crown Tundra, which we were doing together, so probably said the Pokemon's name a lot to each other.
You said it to me, and then I have said it when I needed to reference it.
Yeah, fair.
Shelmet. Axelgore?
Excel. I say Excelgore.
Excelgore.
Its whole thing is it goes fast. So it's Excel. Like it accelerates.
Windows Excel?
Not that kind of Excel. A different Excel. Like accelerate.
Stunfisk?
Hell yeah.
Minefu?
I say Mienfu.
Minefu. And Mineshow.
I mean, I think you might be right. Wait. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I say Mianfu, though. Mianfu, Mianchao. But you say Mindfu, Mindchao?
Yeah.
You're probably right. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Should we switch or should I keep going?
Oh, yeah, we probably should switch. That's true. That was different enough. Drudagon.
Uh-huh.
Golett.
Yep.
Golurk. Two of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Pawniard.
Sure.
Oh, you never said that one too?
Nope.
Shit. Bisharp.
I love Bisharp.
Bisharp's cool Pokemon. You never say the younger form's name, but you love Bisharp?
Yeah, I love Bisharp, but I just whenever
because you've oh my god.
I immediately evolve them.
Because you've only ever used it in game where you can actually evolve it quickly after you catch it.
Yeah.
Because this was Black and White where the game went on for fucking forever, and you would have Pokemon that were in their unevolved state for like most of the game. In most of these, you'd find them, and then like late in the game, like in the later ones. Like in Sword and Shield, you could find them at like level 50.
Oh yeah, I just got Bisharp.
Yeah, you just evolve it.
I love Bisharp.
You just found a Bisharp in the wild. Pawniard evolves at level 55.
Oh.
Into its second form.
That's annoying.
So you would catch a Pawniard in Black and White, and then you'd have it as a Pawniard forever. For literally a million years.
If I caught it as a Pawniard.
You never played Black and White.
I immediately evolved it, and it was a Bisharp.
Shit. Yeah. Or no, you played it, you just didn't really retain a lot of it, you didn't care.
I didn't retain a lot of it because I didn't care, and also, this was still... I mean, I always play like this, but this was still when I was, like, really into, like, there was 5 Pokemon I liked, and my starter.
Sure. So I picked those.
So I had those, and I had them the entire game, and I didn't bother catching anything else.
Fair. Okay, that's fair enough.
And I didn't like him, the little guy.
But you like Bisharp?
Well, I like Bisharp.
Yeah.
But if I'd seen a Bisharp, it was like somebody else had it, and I was like, oh man, that must be what it evolves into, that's pretty cool, and then I just went on my merry way.
Shit, makes sense. Bouffalant?
Bouffalant.
Yep. Rufflet?
Mm-hmm.
Braviary?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many fucking Generation 5 Pokemon. We're still at Gen 5. Vullaby?
Mm-hmm.
Mandibuzz? Heatmore? Durant? Dino? So you say Dino?
Yeah. Dino
Spumoni. That's cute. Yeah, I say Dino, Zweilous, and Hydreigon. And the reason why is because it's Ein, Zwei, Drei, which is 1, 2, 3 in German.
Oh, well, he's Dino, Zweilous, and Hydreigon.
That's perfectly fair. And I used to call it that too, but once I figured out what the whole thing was, then I was like, oh.
See, I don't give a fuck what the root names are.
See, when I don't know how to pronounce something, and like the thing is, like, I'll get it in my head, and then someone will be like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be this, and I'm like, oh fuck, you're right, that makes more sense, and then I'll just start to like do it differently. But yeah, so it's Dino, Zweilous, Hydreigon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we switch. Over to you.
Oh, Larvesta.
Mm-hmm.
Volcarona?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Cobalion.
Hell yeah.
Terrakion.
Mm-hmm.
And Virizion. Or Virizion. But I usually do Virizion.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like Verizon.
Tornadus?
I say Tornadus.
I've never had these.
Like Tornado, yeah.
Tornadus. Thundrus. Reshiram. Zekrom. Landorus.
That's what I say.
Kyurem.
Mm-hmm.
Keldeo.
Mm-hmm.
Meloetta.
That's what I say.
Genesect.
Yep.
And now we're on the next generation.
Yeah. X and Y now. We might actually make it because there's less Pokemon. There's like only 80
Let's
instead
see.
of 150.
Chespin.
Yep.
Quilladin.
Mm-hmm.
And Chestnut.
I also say Chestnut.
Fennekin. Braxian.
I say Braixen.
Huh. Oh, I see why I would do that.
Yeah, because of the switching
eye.
The eye. Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
And Delphox.
Yep.
Froakie. Frogadier. and Greninja. Duh.
Sorry, Erica.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Erica hates Greninja.
I honestly don't really like it either.
It's weird because I think it's fine, but it is consistently rated the number one Pokemon of all time by people. I don't see it. I don't understand why
I
people
like
think it's
Fennekin
so
so
good.
much more, but I also don't like its final form.
Yeah, that's not true. I know why people think it's so good. It has a hidden ability that's so ridiculously broken that it hurts. It's one of the stupidest special abilities ever. And so people like it because it's good.
Bunnelby?
Yeah.
Diggersby.
Yeah, he's garbage. He's Danny DeVito. But bad. Danny DeVito's a nice guy.
Danny
Diggersby
DeVito
is
had
sleazy Danny DeVito.
Yeah. I throw trash all over the room.
He's the trash man.
Fletchling.
Cute.
Fletchinder.
Mm-hmm.
Talonflame.
Easy.
Scatterbug.
Yeah.
Spupa.
Yeah.
Vivillon.
I say Vivillon.
Vivillon.
But you're right, because there isn't a second I, so I think it probably is Vivillon. Because I always said Vivillon, and I don't know why I said Vivillon.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Vivillon.
And then you can switch.
Okay, yeah, we'll switch over. It's weird. I didn't really notice that wasn't a second I. I'm just now noticing.
Fair enough.
Weird. Anyway, Litleo.
Mm-hmm.
Pyroar.
Yep.
Flabebe.
Mm-hmm.
with the apostrophes.
Yeah.
Floette.
Mm-hmm.
Florges. Skiddo. Go-Go.
Mm-hmm.
Pancham. Yeah. Pangoro.
Yep.
Furfrou.
Furfrou.
You say Furfrou?
Yeah.
I say Furfrou.
Yeah. I feel like there's a reason I say that, and I can't really remember exactly what it is.
I think you're technically right. I think it's Furfrou.
Maybe.
But I say Furfrou. Because I think Frau would be a German version of that word, and Fru would be French, and I think Kalos is France.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you're right. That's the naming convention.
Like a hairdo, Furfrou?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you could style its hair.
Yeah.
Esper.
Yep.
Meowstick.
Mm-hmm.
Honedge. Doublade.
I call it a Doublade.
Doublade? No, I say Doublade.
Doublade.
It's double. It's double.
I know you're right, but the thing is, I call it Doublade.
Doublade?
It's a Doublade.
It's not a
made out of
Doublade.
dew.
It's a Doublade. What? Doublade.
Yeah, Doublade.
Yay, Doublade. That's so silly. Did you want to switch? Or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Aegislash.
I also say Aegislash.
Spritzy.
Yeah.
Aromatisse.
I used to say Aromatisse.
Oh.
But Aromatisse is definitely correct, and that is what I say now.
Swirlix. Slurpuff.
Yeah.
Inkay. Malamar. Binacle?
I say Binacle.
I don't know how to
say
fucking say that thing.
But yeah, I don't know why it's... I don't know. But I say
Bionicle.
Bionicle. That's the one. Is it my turn then? Or?
I don't know, because I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, I'll just do this one. I say Barbarical.
Barbarical?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I say Binacle and Barbarical.
Skrelp! I like Skrelp, sorry.
Yeah, Skrelp is really good. Dragalge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Clauncher.
Mm-hmm.
Klotzer.
I've also just realized I never have said Clauncher or Clauncher.
Yeah, they're not a Pokemon you encounter a lot.
Well, I have one in Sword and Shield. I just didn't care about it.
Right.
I named it immediately and never read its name.
Yeah, fair. Helioptile.
Mm-hmm.
Heliolisk.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrunt.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrantrum. Amora.
Yeah.
Amora's one of your favorites. You really took to that Pokemon when we caught it in Crown Tundra.
Yeah, it's cute.
Aurorus.
Uh-huh.
Sylveon.
Yes.
Hawlucha.
Mm-hmm.
Dedenne. Carbink. Goomy.
Oh, Goomy.
Sliggoo. Goodra.
Mm-hmm.
Klefki.
Boo Boo Keys.
It's specifically pronounced Boo Boo Keys, yes. Beautiful, beautiful baby boy. Love my Klefki. Phantump. Trevenant.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkaboo. Gorgeist.
Mm-hmm.
Bergmite. The Burger Man.
I'm the Burger Man.
Bergmite. Avalug. Noibat.
Mm-hmm.
Noivern. Xerneas.
Yep.
Yveltal.
You're the only reason I know how to say that, so.
Yeah, that's a terrible one. Zygarde.
Yep.
Diancie.
Never said it before in my life.
Very strange legendary. I don't know anyone who owns one. Hoopa.
Mm-hmm.
Volcanion.
I would have said that Volcanion.
Volcanion. I think I was going back and forth between that. I settled on Volcanion because I think I liked it better. But I don't know. I think they're both probably fine.
Yeah. I am also not an expert on this thing, so.
Fair enough. Continuing on, Generation 7. We're almost there. We're almost to the end. Almost to the finish line. Rowlet.
Uh-huh.
Dartrix.
Mm-hmm.
Decidueye. Litten. Torracat. Incineroar. Poplio. Brionne. Primarina.
Mm-hmm.
Pikipek. Trumbeak. Toucanon.
Yep.
Yungoos. Gumshoes.
Donald Trump.
It literally looks like Trump. I hate it. Ugh. Terrible Ratatta. Grubbin. Charjabug. Vikavolt. Crabrawler. You say Crabrawler?
Yep.
Not Crabrawler? Okay.
Yeah.
My brother says Crabrawler, I think. Crabominable. Oricorio. Cutiefly. Ribombi. Rockruff.
One thing I will say
Mm-hmm.
is that I don't believe there's going to be very many that we say different at this point. Just because this is when we started playing, like, Pokemon together.
That's a good point. So we kind of both started saying them together. Yeah, because I feel like at the end of this one was Sword and Shield. And
Mhm.
Sword and Shield, we just absolutely...
Don't have to say any of them
Yeah, because we
anymore.
all say them the same.
Yeah.
Because we both played through the games together.
Mm-hmm.
So we should just go to the end of Generation 7.
Yeah.
And then, which is perfect, because I think that'll line up with almost about 2 hours. So
Perfect.
that lines up. Okay, so sorry for anybody who wanted to hear us say the names of Gen 8 Pokemon.
But we played that game together, and so
yeah.
we don't say any of them differently.
It's not going to be very interesting. It's just going to be us saying names. This was the only one. I think this is the last chance that we have to say Pokemon's names differently.
Okay, continue.
So anyway, Lycanroc.
Yep.
Wishy-Washy.
Mm-hmm.
Marini.
Yep.
Toxapex.
Mm-hmm.
Mudbray. Mudsdale. Dewpider.
Mm-hmm.
Araquanid.
I've never said that before, so yeah.
Really? I know. I think my brother says Araquanid because it's like arachnid, and I say Araquanid because it's more aqua in the middle. But
I feel like I like Araquanid better.
That's fair.
But also, like, I've never once had to utter its name, so.
Yeah. I say Araquanid. I used one actually in my Sun and Moon team. It was like probably one of my best Pokemon.
Oh.
It's really, really good.
I ignored it the entire game.
It's super good. It's big, one of the best water Pokemon I've ever used. I love it. Fomantis.
Yep.
Lurantis.
Like its pants?
Yeah, it's got bacon pants. Morlul.
Uh-huh.
Shiinotic.
Mm-hmm.
Salandit. Salazzle. Stuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Beware. Bounsweet.
Bounsweet.
You say Bounsweet?
Mm-hmm.
It's Bounce.
Sure.
Bounces. Bounsweet.
Call it Bounsweet.
It's interesting. Did you want to switch them? Or did you want
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god, I've never had to say this thing's name before.
Go for it.
Steenie?
I say Steenie also.
Serena?
I say Sarina, yeah. Like Tsar, it's like Russia, like the Russian Tsar.
Yeah, Serena.
Sarina is also like the female version of Tsar. So, yeah.
Comfey.
I say Comfey. Like comfy.
Yeah, Comfey.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Oranguru.
I also say Oranguru.
Passimian.
Yes.
I almost just said Parsimian because it's...
Parsimon.
Wimpod.
Mm-hmm.
Golisopod?
I say Golisopod, yeah.
Sandygast.
Sandygast.
Palisand?
I say Palisand. But yeah, it is. I feel like both are probably like Palisand, you say? Yeah, because it doesn't look like Palace, but I feel like that's kind of what they're going for.
Maybe. I honestly never really. It's the Sandcastle Pokemon, so
yeah, it's the spooky Sandcastle boy.
Puku Muku.
Yeah, terrible name.
Um.
Wait, speaking of terrible names.
Type Null.
Why?
Silvally. Silvally.
I say Silvally.
I call it Silvally.
Silvally? I say Silvally. Because it's like silver and ally. Because it is silver and it is your friend. That's it. That's all I got.
Minior?
That's what I say.
Komala?
Mm-hmm.
Turtonator.
It's one of the worst fire Pokemon. I don't know why the Pokemon. Wait, it's a dragon type?
I guess so.
I didn't know that. Oh.
It's fucking
not good.
Got me.
That's not good. I don't like that Pokemon at all.
Togedemaru.
Togedemaru, yeah, that's what I say too.
Mimikyu.
Kiwi.
Bruxish.
Yeah, that one. I forgot about that Pokemon. It's weird.
Drampa.
Yeah.
Delmise.
Mm-hmm.
Jungmoo.
Yep.
Hakamoo.
Mm-hmm.
Komoo.
That's what I say.
Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
Tapu Lele. Tapu Bulu.
Yep.
Tapu Fini.
I also say that.
Cosmog.
Yeah.
Cosmoem.
I say Cosmoem, yeah. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that Pokemon. This was a weird one. They all sounded Hawaiian until we got to this weirdo.
Right? Solgaleo.
I say Solgaleo. Solgaleo makes more sense because it's Leo.
Yeah.
Like, yours makes sense. I just say Solgaleo. I don't know why.
Lunala.
That's what I say.
Nihiligo?
Nihiligo.
Oh.
I say Nihiligo, yeah. It's like, it's two philosophy terms.
Nihilist Arby's?
Yeah, it's Nihilist Arby's, yeah. It's the Nihilist Arby's Twitter account.
Buzzwole.
Mm-hmm.
Pheromosa?
That's what I say.
Oh, God. Circuitry?
I say circuitry. Yeah, it's like circuitry, but weirder.
Celesteela?
Mm-hmm.
Cartana?
I say Kartana.
Kartana.
Like katana. It's literally, I think it's based on the grass cutter sword.
Fair enough.
Japan, yeah.
Guzzlord.
Go look up Guzzlord's cry on
YouTube.
It's
nuts.
It's really fucking weird, yeah.
Necrozma.
I say Necrozma, yep.
Magearna?
Yeah, I say Magearna. I know some people who say Magearna.
Oh, I hate that.
But I don't like Magearna at all, yeah. I think it's literally made out of gears. It's gotta be Magearna, yeah.
Marshadow, so cute.
Yeah, Marshadow's one of the most adorable legendary Pokemon ever.
Got those long socks.
Yeah, the socks that trail backwards, yeah.
Poipole?
Yep.
Naganadel.
I say Naganadel. I don't know why. It's terrible. Like, I don't think there's a good way to pronounce that Pokemon's name. I think it's just bad.
I'd call it Naganadel because if you fucking put the word natal in there, all I can think of is because it has a giant belly and just like a shoot is that it's gonna shoot babies at you.
Out of its stinger. I just think because like Naga, I think it's based on like Naga, like a serpent.
Naganadel.
Yeah, I say Naganadel.
I'm getting rid of the natal. No natal. Naganadel.
Naganadel, I think, is better, yeah.
Or you can even keep the Naga. Naganadel. Naganadel.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That seems way better.
Stackataka.
That one's so weird.
Blacephalon.
I think it might be third to last one.
Zeraora.
I also say Zeraora.
Meltan.
And last but not least,
Melmetal.
Yeah, so then we get into
Cookie.
That's when we get into Generation 8 Pokemon, and there really isn't going to be a difference with those because we literally played Sword and Shield together. We were in the same room the whole time.
We learned about them as they came out.
Yeah,
we talked about them as they came out.
Ever played those games apart?
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, none of those are going to be different. So it's not going to be interesting content. So for all things considered, we went through every Pokemon that we both know together. Genuinely,
Not that many differences.
But there really weren't a lot that we said differently, which was kind of surprising to me. I thought we were going to have a lot more.
I feel like a lot of it came from just like different ways that we pronounce stuff.
Yeah. A lot of mine just come from like yours were like instinctual, like you like saw a word and you're like, that's how I'm gonna say that, and then that was it. And then for me it was like a lot of times like where the differences came from was me being like, oh, I think that's a reference to this, and then I say it because it's like based on what I think what I think like the inspiration for the name was.
Well, that and a lot of mine was also either like a lot of like the things I say differently or weirdly is me taking letters out, skipping letters, or like just like a more instinctual spelling, or like messing up the letters to make things that I want to like call them.
Right.
Yours is a lot of like interpretation
and emphasis, especially on like vowel sounds,
especially on the second vowel of a Pokemon's name.
Yeah,
or like and by second vowel I mean the second letter, first vowel of the Pokemon's name.
Usually a Pokemon will have a much more dramatic name for me if the Pokemon's name doesn't start with a vowel, but the vowel is the second letter. If that's the case, pretty much across the board, I said it weird, except for like there was one I think that I didn't say.
That we switched.
Yeah, that we switched. But otherwise, I pretty much just like said them weird. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. That's fun. I'm glad we finally got a chance to actually sit down and do that, because we've been talking about like which ones do we say different forever.
And now we know, except I'm not going to remember.
I remember. There are a few of them that I'm pretty sure I will remember forever because they fucking astonished me.
Right.
I was like, I don't know how you can possibly say that. But yeah, that was fun. I had a really good time with that. If any of you went through that list and you're like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
Yeah, tell us how you say Pokemon names differently.
Yeah, tell us tell us the weird reasons why. Like, is there a Pokemon name that you just like straight up are like, how the fuck? Like, I don't even know that was how that Pokemon's name was pronounced. Right? Think about it that way. Let us know. Like, tell us about it, and I want to hear your fun, weird pronunciation stories.
Yeah.
So that does it for our big Pokemon related kick of content for the 25th anniversary. Starting off next week, we are going to go back to our regular, usual slew of content. We have a couple of big ideas coming up. I don't want to, and in general, going forward, this is probably a good time to mention this. I will tease things when I feel like they're ready, but I have such a long list of things that I've built up of like ideas that I want to do that I feel like a lot of the time I've been changing my mind, and especially with like a couple of the last couple of weeks, I've been like, ooh, I want to do this, and then I'll say in the podcast like, oh, next week stay tuned for something kind of like this, and then I've like wanted to change my mind because I had a different idea, but I'm like, no, I already said it in the podcast.
Right.
So I think going forward, at least for me,
if we're gonna have any kind of predictions, we'll probably put them into the description.
Yeah, they'll be in the description, and also in general, I will only tease an idea if I have 100% settled on that being it. If I'm still like, maybe I kind of want to like do this, like I'm not going to tease this week for what my next topic is going to be, because I am between a couple and I don't want to commit.
Okay. But we're doing a you episode next time?
Yeah, because now we're back to like our regular pattern of like
you, me, and then we'll do another group episode.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a couple of different things planned. I'm excited to see what it ends up being, but I can promise you that it will not be Pokemon content, because we've hit the nail on the head for that one, I think. So it's time to we're past the month of February. Let's move into just
next month, the next
different non-Pokemon content for at least a little while. Maybe we'll go back as we get closer to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah,
we'll see. Right. Well, anyways, thank you so much for listening. We hope you had a good time, and
we love you. Bye.
We love you. Goodbye. Take care.